Is that there? Can't get in. Let's put that to live chat. Hope they're still connected. I think it is. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Idiot. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Alright, let's get all these bits sorted out. Bits sorted out. Let's stick that. We're going to stick this. Stick it here for now. Right. This oil needs to go. Look at all this mess. Better, isn't it? There we go. Aha! That's what I wanted. I can go and see. This can go in the new Honda. This goes in the new Honda. Found my puck. Right, so that's for the new Honda. Found that, that's what I wanted to look for. Now I just need to find my pliers. Wherever my pliers are. Only two pliers. Tell you this mess up. Let's get rid of this thing that way. A bit more movement. rubbish in this. So out in a minute. Right, what else do I need to sort out? Where are them pliers? Where are them pliers? So I need to find. If we tidy up this, we'll eventually find something. So, voltmeter. Where is my voltmeter? It's not in its box. What have I done with my voltmeter? That's a good question. Ah, there it is. Let's see how much I've got on my solar panel. We've got. That's not good. That wasn't a good sign. Take that off. How much we got? Minus 10 volts. Have about the polarity the right way around. Yeah, and 11.5 volts. Okay, that'll do. Not quite 12, but it's an old, very old battery, so that's acceptable. That's in acceptable parameters. Right. Still can't find my pliers. Found that thing for the C. It's a V. VRF. Just realised I've got a plant growing in my shed. I've got a plant growing in my shed. We're going to have to take that out in a minute. Why have I got a plant in my shed? I want a plant in my shed. I don't want a plant in my shed. I have to find out where that's coming in. Oh dear, that's not very good. Oh, how you doing? Mess, not the plant. Well, the plant's dead. I'm all right. Just tidying up this morning. Trying to find my pliers because I've got a small set of pliers somewhere. I got these because I wanted to get another set of pliers, and these ones are a bit too thick. I mean, they're good pliers, but I'll just find my smaller ones and replace this one and put this in my workshop and put the small pliers in my new bike, because I've built a toolkit for my new bike. The only thing I found for it so far is that, because I've got the VFR, if you're camping, you won't be able to put your bike down, so you need one of these. You can use a bit of wood, but I had one of these from my old bike. So I've had this many, many years, but if you're stopping in like a gravel car park or something like that, a sports bike has a very, very small foot on its, so it ends up just sinking through the ground. So I've got that, which I've got to put in my VFR. And I also need to find And the stuff is, but I've got all these tools on the floor because I was doing the forks. There's just a load of junk on the floor now. There's all this junk under here I need to sort out. The straps when we picked up the VFR. Right. Yeah, quite a lot of stuff to do. Quite a lot of stuff in here to do. So let's try to sort this out first. Dear, oh dear. VFR, hi from USA, Georgia, 4:15, heading to work. Lol, that's a horrible time to go to work. Well, it's an all right time to go to work if you're used to it. VFR's going, yeah, it's growing great. I did that video the other day, and I was trying to make a video on it, more of a video on it, but I just wanted to ride it. So I just shut up and ride. Oh, I need to go back to the RS. This is side panel. We need to make a box, things to go on eBay actually. That's what we need to do. We need to make an eBay listing box. We're going to have to get rid of some of this stuff. So maybe, well actually, you're building a Honda Cub, aren't you? You know what? Just send me a message somewhere if you need some parts. I might have them. So, or I might recommend parts for you. So yeah, just, drop me a message anytime. I'm going to start an eBay listing for certain parts, but I don't need, and I know you won't need them parts, so it's fine. But drop me a message if you need some parts and I can do you on the cheap. What's this? Is this broken or? It's very rusty, this one. What size is this? I don't know why I've got an old inner tube. Oh, you know what? Old inner tubes are very helpful actually. This is a Taiwanese tube for highway use. Use rim lock. Oh, this is from my CB250 RS, isn't it? Made in Taiwan. Yeah, this is from my RS, I'm pretty sure. So we can hold on to that because that is actually useful, having an old inner tube lying around. You can use it as a cushion for wires, for anything really. It's a very good packing device. Right. Yes. Do you know what you need yet? Have you had a look at it? Do you know what you need yet? The frame looks all right. I need to make an eBay box because this is gonna get too many parts that I don't need anymore. I think yours is an old one though. Yours is a 6-volt. I'll message you Twitter, dude, if you see anything, or Discord. Okay. Yeah, message me on Discord. I have an ignition coil that needs to go on. That needs to go on Discord. eBay. This is not a pump. This is exhaust strap. some non-bent foot pegs, but they haven't got the side stand lug on, so you don't want these. Well, I've got the foot peg rubbers. BMW handguards. I've held onto these for ages, but they're missing parts. Everyone gets the other bits anyway, so can I modify them to put on my other bike? I suppose I could. Could be modified to be put on another bike. My other cup. Would they fit? I have to hold on to them then. It's how you end up holding on to loads of stuff. Right, well, this cable is, I don't even know what cable this is from. This is from the, this is the, is it worth selling this one? Don't even know what cable this is. Is this the clutch cable? It's all cream crackered anyway. I wouldn't want it. If I was looking for a cable, I wouldn't buy that, so I'm going to bin it. Let's face it, if I was going to buy a cable, I'd buy a proper cable. Aha, I have a Honda C90 cable. A Honda C90 standard square headlight throttle cable. That's a good spare, so I need to keep that. Very old 6-volt bits. Let's work out what we need to keep and what we need to sell. Loads of plastics in here. You know what, these shocks. No, I'm going to buy these shocks. I'm going to throw these ones. Nobody going to buy them shocks. Right. I've got plastic fairings, originals. Keep these. Also got some indicators. What are these from? These are cub indicators, aren't they? See, are these the cub ones? No, these are these cub ones, or are these off another bike? I think they're off my cub. Right, well, these are worth keeping anyway. I end up not selling anything at this rate, do I? The cover for a Honda C90 leg shield, that's actually worth selling. Okay, so we need to put together an empty box for selling bits. Let's empty one box out. Let's just start selling some bits. So I've got some, hopefully I can get some money to put into the VFR. I mean, the VFR doesn't really need any money going into it. It's fine as it is, but it's just nice to have some straight bar foot pegs that I never bought. I bought these for £7, never used them because of my exhaust setup. I couldn't use these. They got the off-road grippy pegs on them, so you can hold on to them better. Could save for a future project. Aha! Something that you might need. That might work on your bike. Hey Premises, what's up? Nice to see you in a stream. I don't know if he remembers, but when I uploaded a video of me getting a CBR 600 RR many years ago, Premises actually commented on that one. I think he said something like, "You twist the throttle and you'll leave me standing," or something. I like, you twist when you're off at the lights. So 600 RR, what is that? 100 and supposed to be like 100 brake, so probably like say it's a Honda, so it's like probably 97 or 95 brake at the rear. But that was a 2003 metallic blue. Oh, that was a good bike. Went from the inline, yeah, I had that for many years and then sold it, and I kind of missed it ever since. And then that's why I got the VFR, because I was like, oh, you know what, I do need a sports bike again. I've got the oh, the cat's coming in. Maybe not, he says. What do you want? Okay, he's walking away. Alright, so just trying to sort out this crap, basically. I've got all these boxes. I should go to I've got enough stuff to open a bike jumble here with all this. Look at all this. This is all like Honda C90 parts as well. Right. I'll see if I can find you the spring. If you can get yours out, you know what? I'll just I'll send it to you, Lake District. But message me on Discord and private message. I'll send you that one, because this is for a 6-volt, and I bought my mistake. This is for a 6-volt model, and it doesn't fit me, so I'll send this to you. It might not fit yours, but it should do, but it might not. But yeah, I'll just send that to you and see if it fits. If it's the same type, it's missing the rubber bits, so you'll have to get the rubber bits off your old one probably, and it's missing the springs. I can't remember how it goes now, but you should be able to take the springs off the old one. I wouldn't recommend to take the spring off. Here's your pro tip. Your pro tip for taking a spring off, for when you take this off first. I'll buy your cat too. No, you can't buy the cat. If you're taking the spring off, have the stand out, okay, so that the spring is open. Then get a bunch of like 20p's or pennies and jam them in between the springs. Yeah, you're listening. You better be listening. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this again. But you have to have the spring on the bike. You can't have it off the bike. But yeah, once you take it off, put some springs in. But before you do that, one sec, let me find it. I've got a spring puller tool somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's around. I've got like a hook. It's a spring puller, and I think they're only like £7, I think, or around £7. Use that to help you, because them springs are nasty. And if you're having a really problem with the spring, you can use this as a ratchet. So you rest this up against the bike somewhere where it can and then that as a ratchet, because this is a ratchet and that's a hook, so that will pull in the spring as well. So like an old glue gun is like a glue gun, pennies, and a hook puller is what I use to get springs on and off bikes, because some of them are very tough to do. But this technique's really handy, it is, because that pulls it in, and this is a ratcheted hook. So them springs can be really hard to fight. So try them. But yeah, make sure you put pennies in the spring first. Because once it's off, I think the hardest spring I've had to fight, the hardest springs I've ever had to do is the centre stand spring for my BMW, but that came closed, so that didn't come with, that was like brand new, so that was really hard. I had to use a blowtorch to heat it up, and then I could get a stretch to get it on there. Right, so I need to send this one out, so let's put this over here. That's not a problem, you can have that, and you can't have the cat though. You got a 6-volt system, haven't you? You got a 6-volt, haven't you? I think. Is yours a round headlight or a square? Can't remember. It looked like a 6-volt. Looked like an older one. Right, well, we're going to put that on the sell list as well. Them little plastic covers do go. What I'll do, I can put this stuff up and just put it up for bite now and or whatever, and it just sits there for ages sometimes. But eventually it does all sell. Got a straight kickstart. Oh, it's worth putting on there for a couple of quid. Anyway. Someone out there wants a pit bike. All these indicators and stuff. I think I'm going to change my cub though. I'm going to change my cub back to these indicators, back to the bigger ones, because the small ones you can't see. They're just not, I don't like them. You can't see them, so I'm going to change them to this. 1974, yeah, round. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, so a lot of this stuff doesn't actually apply really, unfortunately. A lot of this stuff doesn't really apply, sadly. Oh, there's another kickstart here. Hey, another kickstart. Sell that as well. So these are straight kickstarts. Could just bin them, to be honest. They're pretty cheap, nasty stuff, to be honest. The rubber would be good to sell if I could get that off. Kickstart rubber, that'd be good to sell. Gotta get the diameter off of them. My millimeters. Oh, there's my old fork seal I changed the other week, so I'm gonna throw that in the bin. Don't need that. There we go. Congratulations, we've done one giveaway already on stream today. Thank you, you know, that's one giveaway on stream. Giving away motorbike parts on the stream. I should have titled the stream that. Got rid of one already, that's pretty good. Okay, this I will not give away, but what size is your carb? Have you got a measurement? Is it a 22 mil? Do you need a 22 mil carb? This is a clean, made in Japan, proper, you know, the what's that mate called? Kenai-hin, Kenshin, Kanumi, Kanumi, Nakumi, whatever make it is, it's the make that you want. I will sell with the AirPod filter, which isn't the best actually, it's a cheap nasty one, but if you can find that with the original C90 6-volt airbox, and this would work on a 6-volt, maybe, depends what your inlet size is. So this is a 22 Kenjin V800, so it should work fine with the C90. It's probably a little bit bigger than your carb, maybe, but if you're interested in that, yeah, that's it, Ken. It's the Mikuni. I had measured the carb for now, and if you need it, I'll give it to you. Well, I can send all the stuff in a post, can't I? Let me show you the contents today on the Big Pezza shopping channel. We have a carb. What do we have today? Well, we have the old style carburetor, which is perfect for your 6-volt Honda Cubs or 12-volt, depending on if you want to make the adjustments. As you can see, it's relatively clean inside. I haven't actually taken apart the float bar on this one. Could actually, you know what? Let's have a look. I don't want to sell you defective products. Tell you what, I'll clean up a bit more, and then I will take this apart, and I'll see how clean it is inside. I don't think I've seen inside how it is. But it looks relatively clean. As long as there's no, I can clean it up for you if you want. I'll take the bottom apart, just inspect it and stuff. Remember, this is very old, and I'll let you have it for discounted price. Even the price tag's still attached to it. Yeah, the slider works. I did put up the slider, didn't I? Yeah, okay, I'll take this apart, but it does look It looks quite clean. I will take it apart later on. Let me just carry on. Getting sidetracked. It's exactly how people get, you know, they go to clean their workshop out and then they find something and then they start playing with it. And no real tidying ever happens. Right, so that's... Right, my headlight guard. Do I want to keep it or do I want to bin it? It rattled around like no tomorrow on this thing. I was getting really, really annoyed by it. Cheap tat. Get rid of it. It just rattles around. It just did my head in. I know it's for your looks, isn't it? Oh, maybe I should keep it for looks. Oh, I'll keep it. I'll put it back on another day. Let's face it, we don't ride a Honda Cub for pleasure. We ride it for the looks. And that is all looks, isn't it? Alright, I'll keep it then. Put it up here because I need to put it back on the bike. I have a very long side stand, which is of the cheapest metal. There's nothing I can really do with this metal. I guess keep it for now because it's could do something with it. Right, in the bottom here, I've got my sheepskin seat cover. I might have to go on the VFR one day. Oh, is that an oil washer? It's an oil washer, that is. Not used, right. I'll go in here. Oil washer. Oh, got some spare tubes in here as well. That's nice. What size is this? It's a thick boy. I don't know what size that is, but it's quite big. There's an 18, there's a thin 18, I don't like it, I don't know what. This could be eBay because it's a thin 18. Is this a thin 18 or is it a thick 18? I don't actually really use the thin 18s anymore because of the converting the bike over. This is a, oh, it's made in 2019, so it's not too bad. Oh, it's a Heidenau. It's a Heidenau tube. And it is a 1990-20... 17. Oh, wow. I didn't realise I had this. That is a spare, that is a Heidenau tube. Wow, I didn't realise I had this. I've got a, that's annoying. I didn't realise I had that. That is for the BMW, that is, and it's a 17 ultra heavy duty tube. Well, it's not quite an ultra heavy duty, but it's definitely on the heavier duty side than the, it's more heavy duty than a heavy duty is. It's quite a thick one, that is. Oh, didn't realise I had that. When I was on my trip, I popped these. I don't think they make these anymore. What's in here? Is this actually a bike cover in here? Oh, it actually is a bike cover in there. Says how long I haven't been in here for. Right. Oh, is that a spotlight? I've got a spotlight here. An actual proper motorbike spotlight. Where's the rest of this kit? We should try wiring this up. Get some spotlights on my Cub. I've got one glove, annoyingly only one glove. Cool. I'll hold on to it for a couple of days anyway. Okay, got me seat. Yeah, I tried to put this chain guard on, it just wouldn't go on, would it? So that needs to come back to the garage with me because that's the chain guard for the C90 RS. So we need to put that back into the. That needs to come to the garage. Annoyingly, that needs to come to the garage as well. Put that in the garage, back with the bike or on the bike. Put it here. Straps. Oh, another cable. Right. Old cable. I wouldn't want to buy this cable. Oh, my ruler's down here. Wonder where you were. Ah, another cable. What cable is this? I do not know. Looks like a brake cable. Big spring on it. Not sure what cable that's from. No idea. Okay, what's in the bottom one? Oh, bottom one is just junk. This one needs to go in the bottom. This is all junk. This is all junk. All junk in the bottom here. Okay. So, half a brake pad. Junk it. An old, very bent up hand guard. Not going to use it for anything. Very worn chain and sprockets in here. That's my BMW sprocket, that is. This is what's that? 22,000 mile sprocket on the BMW. Held up quite well actually. Didn't lose any. Oh, a tidy up. Yep, doing a tidy up. We found an old carburetor. That's going to go on eBay, maybe. I've offered it to one of the viewers. Who actually has a 6-volt C90, so I found some old 6-volt parts. We can sell these bits if we can use. Well, I've just got to get rid of some of these bits. I've got so much junk in here. Right, all this needs to go. I've got chain, sprockets. What's this? Rental? What's this? Let me guess. Another used sprocket, another old sprocket in here. Yep, another rental old sprocket. Okay, so bin. Suppose I could make a clock out of that. That would actually make a nice clock, wouldn't it? I've made 3 or 4 clocks out of sprockets. And before anyone says that I copied Spicy, well, I don't know if I copied Spicy, but I uploaded a video of me doing a couple of clocks before he started doing his thing with them. So I'll tell you what, we'll save that for a rainy day, and I'll make that into a clock. I think I've still got a couple of mechanisms. I think I've got I bought like 10 mechanisms, and I think I've got 2 left. I bought like 10 clock mechanisms, so I can make a couple. I've got some sheet metal. Clean it up and make that a clock one day. Use that here for now. That's quite nice. Old chain, that can go in the bin. Whoops, that just fired everything everywhere. Right, let's sort this out. Oh, hello. There's another sprocket here. Right, 2 old sprockets. Don't know why I kept them. Okay, so we've got a small sprocket frisbees. Yeah, sprocket frisbees. I'm watching in the background. I'm getting ready for Scotland tour tomorrow. Oh, very nice, very nice. Where are you going? Applecross, I presume. There's a petrol station. I'll tell you this. Well, it's been 2 years, but they have always been. I've been there a few times. I've been there. Well, actually, I've only been. Okay, I've been that far up to Scotland twice. Where I'm going to go. It's on the NC 500. It's a town called Garloch. Garloch or Garloch. IV22, I think the postcode is. Garloch. There is a petrol station in Garloch. It's the only one. They're 24 hours pay at pump, but if you go during opening hours, it's on the NC 500, so you should be going that way. But that petrol station has the stickers you want. That's all I'm going to like. Look around the shop, or ask them in the shop, where are the good stickers. Hopefully they've got some in stock, but yeah, they've got some good stickers there. The NC 500 stickers, the ones you want, are there. What's really funny is that we stopped at every single petrol station. We were looking for like everywhere, and that petrol station in Garloch is the one that was nearest us to where we were staying, and that one had everything that you had, all the motorbike stickers you'd want probably, but it definitely had the couple of nice ones, a couple of car ones as well, but yeah, it had the bike ones. So that's my pro tip for going to Scotland. That's the place to go get the stickers. It's Scotland, you can't go too far wrong really. But yeah, NC 500, Applecross. Are you going on your own, or are you going with friends? Let's say you're going with friends. Intercoms is incredibly handy to have on a trip like that, or especially in Scotland, especially the time of year you're going. Intercoms, very handy. Now, why do I say intercoms are very handy? Because if you're all on sports bikes and you want to overtake a Winnebago, the roads are like that. One person can get round, but the next person might not be able to get round because the roads are so twisty. But if your friend's ahead and he's on intercoms and he says the road's clear, then you can overtake on a blind bend. Which is what we were doing. Because he could just tell me, oh, it's clear, and then I'd nip round as well. The best way to travel, because once one's in front, then someone will say, oh, it's clear, now you can go. I don't need that. Keep my test wire. Alright, I've emptied the box already. One box empty. So this will be the eBay box. Or the parts to sell box or whatever. Listen, I haven't used it in years, or it's not. If you haven't used it in years, and it's a part of a motorbike that I don't no longer need, is going on the listings. I still haven't found my favourite set of pliers, which I'm very upset about. I found my toolkit though, tool roll. What's that? Spare bolts. Okay. So we've got spare tubes. Let's put the straps in here. I don't know what this cable's from. I can't identify it. Oh, it is. Oh, I know what this is now. It is a clutch cable. I'm going to try eBay that. Clutch cable. Have to measure that. Should be sold on eBay instead. Did I? Did I have the other one of these? Did I pick the same one up twice now? put it up over here so I don't do that. Find that, that'd be handy if I could find that. Okay. Find that, because that's spare, that's handy. Oh, hang on, what's he said? Garlock. That's a great tip, thank you. Manchester to Keswick, Dumfries, Thurso, also going solo. Okay. If you want to, I don't know if you're a Harry Potter fan, but Glenlivet. But if you want to save like a load of miles and some time, you can go from Maldag to Armadale. It's a boat crossing. I believe I think it's less than a tenner for a bike. I've got a feeling it was something stupid, silly cheap when I went, like £5 or something. And it's a half an hour crossing on a boat with your bike, and it saves a lot of time and a lot of miles. I think it saves like 80 miles, and it takes you from Margate to Armadale, which is the Isle of Skye, and then you can cut, and it's fantastic. But it's right by Glenlivet, which is the Harry Potter train thing, which I've seen. I'm not really a Harry Potter fan, but I went past just to have a look at it. So, you know, it's like a 10-minute walk from the car park where the train is. You just walk up, and then you can go see the Glenlivet thing. It's there. Maldag to Armadale. You have to book ahead of time, the boat, because it's so busy this time of year. So yeah, I'm not yeah, I mean, that's the problem with going this time of year when all the kids are off school. So you'll be, yeah, it could be stuck behind camper vans here and there. Also the fact that there's places that are running out of like food and stuff because like the deliveries have been shortened, and there's more people in Scotland in the northern areas. Wait, you're on a 125? Man Cave Workshop, are you on a 125? Or are you on a bigger bike? Ah, cobwebs. I found cobwebs. Oh, he wants a 125 as a second bike. Okay. No, 125 is too much. You want 90 cc's. It's too much power in a 125. My friend did have a go at trying to repair this. It doesn't work. There's a gas leak somewhere here. It's been dropped on the handle, so it's not worth. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. But it looks nice. What's this? Ah, rubbish. So, okay, that's going on eBay. Oops, drop that. Drop that. That's going on eBay. An old airbox. Back when airboxes were metal. I don't need it. I've converted mine over. Oh yes, that's a shame. This mirror broke. I'll have to can't remember when that broke now. Last year maybe. They are great. Basically, yes, that's basically what this is. Archaeology's, you know, archaeologists. This is interesting. This is a 1974 toolkit. This needs to go back in the bike it come from. Don't know what's in here actually. There's something else in here. Something else in here. I don't know what's in here. Oh, it's an Allen key. Right. Well, most of the tools are missing, but that is the original 1974 bag, as far as I am aware. It came with the bike. And that's the spark plug socket for it, and one Allen key, which I don't know why is in there, because maybe I put that in there. But yeah, I must keep that to one side because that should go back with the bike. That's the PC50. That is. Oh, you can sell this on eBay. The lid for the master cylinder brake fluid for the RS. That's a rare bit. Someone that's worth £1 at least. I'm not going to sell this. I'm going to keep that. That needs to go in my pile for going back to the garage. So that's these two bits so far for the RS. That can go there. That can go there. Yes, the archaeological dig will continue. I wonder where my toothbrush was. That one's too far gone. I have to get another one. I found a plastic bag. What's that? At least 20p right there. Oh yeah, I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that plastic bag and I'll tuck it there for now. Plastic bags are very handy. My pink string. Why is it pink? Because I can see it. If it was black or something, I wouldn't be able to see it. I have a piston, unused. I have an unused piston. And that needs to go on eBay. I need to measure that and just list it. I don't know. I have to see how much these are going for. £5 maybe? I don't know. It's unused, unpitted, nice and new, shiny piston, brake piston. Ooh, brake piston. I'll check my VFR, see what pistons that uses. Ooh, I found a... What is this? Is this for a 12-volt system? It's a flasher relay, isn't it? I'm going to eBay that maybe. Right, that's rubbish. That's a bit of sandpaper, so I'll put that over here for now. Rubbish. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. Pile on the sandpaper. Need to find all the loose bits of sandpaper I've left over the years. I need to keep that because that's wire hose. Need to keep that. That's very handy. This is. It's a magnet on a stick. Quite a powerful magnet on a stick as well, can it? See? Magnet on a stick. Right, if I was going to buy a cable off someone, this condition would be unacceptable. So that is going to go in the bin. Assorted nuts. This is labelled as rusty nuts. However, inside here there is a brake caliper clip, which I believe would be worth about 50p, possibly. So I'm going to put that to one side. Oh yeah, I was using up my paint and sprayed all these cans red. I've got to give these away, I think. Ah. Well, you've got a round-headed C90, so you don't have these type of mirrors, do you? You'd have round mirrors, wouldn't you? That's a good spare mirror, that is. This one's made in Japan, this one is. That's made in Japan. Actually, this is not made in Japan, so this is an imitation. Bin. This one is made in Japan, so we'll keep that one. That's the one you want. You want that made in Japan. So we'll keep that in my C90 spares. Seat clip. Keep that in my spares. See, I've got a black one here that I painted. I think that's going to go back on the cover actually. Switch back to the original full length seat. A bit more comfortable. So I think I'm happy with these. I don't really need this, do I? The Honda C90, what side is that? Left? Right? I don't really need this, do I? eBay? eBay. It's sat there in a box for a year or 2 years. I don't need it. It's selling. Any big trips for my VFR? I might take it down the Wild Southwest Rally. We'll see. I'll think about it. Because it's harder to carry stuff on that. But it's a better road bike than the BMW is. And if I'm just going to road ride down there, why not? Although Pete's going, Hippodrome's going in his van, so he can carry all my stuff, so I wouldn't have any stuff on the VFR. That'd be nice. I have to think about that. Think about which bike I want to take. The VFR would be better, but it would cost me double the money in petrol because it does half the mileage per gallon. So, right, so far we've got 10, 20, 30, maybe 40 quid worth of stuff to sell. Plus if you want other stuff. measure your carb, let me know, or go out now and measure it. I found VFR is great bike. Had the 800. They don't seem to bring big. They don't seem to be bringing big money. They don't at the moment, but every price has its rock bottom price. So they're probably on their way down still. In a few years, they might start to come back up, but you never know what's going to be popular or not. I think no, it's not like a rocket ship petrol wise. It's like my CBR was 25 or 30 mpg when I had the double R. This is like 40 mpg and it does 150 tank range, so it's 20 quid every 150 miles, whereas the BMW is like a tenner every 150 miles. So that's literally the difference. So that adds up. If you're doing 300 miles, the BMW is going to cost you 20 quid, whereas the VFR is going to cost you 40 quid. 20 quid, that's a round of drinks at the bar, that is. That's some serious money that you're spending. That's like a year's supply of petrol for a Honda Cub. I think the VFR will go up in price slowly over time. If people have looked up that bike, they know that Keanu Reeves loves that bike. He says it's one of his favourite sports bikes of all time. The VFR 750 is. So the VFR, I know people say it's a sports tourer, but it has its heart. That engine has its heart in racing. So it's a perfect balance. And no computers, no ride modes, no ABS, no traction control or anything like that. If you're a skilled rider, you don't really need that stuff. And also, if you're jumping on a machine with 200 brake horsepower for the road, you've bought the wrong bike. You don't need 200 brake horsepower on the road. I think 70 is good. So you buy a 26-year-old VFI, it probably has about 70 brake horsepower left, or probably a bit more anyway. I'd avoid the VTEC. So the early VTEC models are too snatchy, because I had a go on my friend's one and they're too snatchy, and that's what I said, they're too snatchy, but someone sent me a message again. They did smooth them out on the later models. So the early VTEC models were snatchy. As soon as you got to that rev limiter, that I think it's like whatever, the VTEC would kick in, and whoom, and then you'd go. But then if you drop down, it was like, imagine changing down gear suddenly without you knowing that you changed down gear. As soon as you drop below that rev, the VTEC would kick off. It's supposed to save on fuel economy, etc., etc. I didn't really do anything. It maybe give you an extra 5 miles per gallon, maybe, but they smoothed it out. So if you went up, it would kick in, and then when you came back down, it wouldn't be aggressively shutting down. So it'd stay open and keep using all of its valves. Variable valve timing. No, thank you. Right. Let's get the dead spiders out of this. Look at that. That is an old part. Look how old that is. That's 6 volt, that is. Hey, do you need the 6 volt? This? You probably don't, actually, because yours are probably fine. I might sell that. That is... what is it again? It's the CDI unit. Is this the CDI unit? I'm going to have to remember what this is. I think this is the CDI unit. Look how ancient this is. It's just current going through like that. That's it, and that works out the timing, I think. I'm going to eBay it because it hasn't been doing like a day for years. Oh, look what I found! Another Mikuni carb. This is the C200 carburetor. These go for about £90. I'm skeptical to sell it because a part of me wants to keep it. But then again, it's been sitting in the box for 2 years. Could sell it for 90 quid, or I could keep it. I could put it up for 90 quid. But it's a Mikuni 1965 original 1964 to 1966 carburetor. I'll think about it. I'll put it in the box for selling. This definitely needs to be sold. Don't use that anymore. This is a starter, the HT lead, 6 volt. Sell it, needs to go on a bike, might save a bike. Yeah, it's probably might. I'm going to sell that. Ooh. Five amp fuse in this. Don't even know what this is, technically. This is a... This is off a... What is this off? 6 volt system. Battery... You know what? I'll send that to you. If you get the other stuff, I'll send it to you, because that's part of a 6 volt loom, which you could use. Either way, it's got a 5 amp fuse on it, so. How's your gear shift selector on your 6 volt? Does that interest you? 6 volt gear shifter. I'm gonna put it in the eBay box. I have an old working horn. That's a 12 volt horn, that is. So I'll put that in the C90 parts. My speedometer for my cub with over 50k on it. Of course, it hasn't been on for the last, who knows. That's when it had 50k on it. I actually sold mine. That one's got 50k on it. I think I'll keep that because I could use that. I'm going to sell these straight bar pegs. I think they're going to cost me at least a tenner to send to the poster because they're quite long. Yeah, I'll sell them. Foot pegs with original rubbers. See, this sort of stuff, it's very difficult to, you can't price it too high. It's not worth a super amount of money, but it will cost a lot to send because it's heavy and it's an odd shape. And it's over that 30 centimeters. So that's quite hard to sell, that is. So we'll end up just keeping that, I think, for now. Oh, another red tin. Keep that over there. I think mine's okay. All right. Throttle. Spare C90 throttle. Spare C90 that. Fine. Ooh. My C200 mirror for the other side. We'll keep that in my spare box. Definitely need to keep that. Annoyingly, it's missing its adjustment nut. is going to buy this, so we're going to throw that in the bin. The exhaust shield, okay, we'll keep that as a spare. Is this a flasher relay? I'm going to presume that's the flasher relay. 6-volt flasher relay. Still works, I know that. 6-volt kickstart. We'll keep that. Right, this is a throttle cable. Which I bought, which is too short. But it may make a good spare for something. I don't know. Keep that for now. Top of a carburetor. Keep that. Screwdriver. Keep that. Breather pipe. Keep. Choke cable. Keep. Right, throttle cable, we can keep that because that's a good spare in case my throttle cable goes. Yeah, in case my 10-year-old throttle cable goes. Oop. The people. Yeah, exactly. They do. Yeah, but the thing is, you can't really charge. Oh, I guess if they really desperately need it, if you're the only one for sale, then yeah, sure. Right, this is rubbish. That's an old loom. Bit of an old loom. Okay, so we've got a spare C90 chain here. That's taped up, so that's going to go in the spare box. A burnt breather tube. I think we can bin that safely. Bin that. Bin that. Keep. Rubber. Keep that. Keep. Rubbish. Righty. And an Allen key. Keep that. So that's another box emptied. Right, so that's another box emptied. So we'll move on to the next one. Oh, well, this box is almost empty as well. Take out them tools, take out my comb. Don't know why I've got a comb in there, but whatever. Right, this box is empty. Ooh, there's one nut there, we'll keep that. So, we've emptied 2 boxes already. Sweet. So keep the spares at the bottom. Okay. Okay, I think it's time for a drink and a glass of water and a cup of tea. What was that? Horn is mine, pure. Horn is needed. Mine is pure rust. It will still work probably. And problem is with a 6-volt horn, you're going to end up paying a lot more probably than for a 12-volt. So I don't know if I'd recommend changing the horn. Actually, you'd be able to clean up. Actually, you know what? Them horns you can clean up. Try just give it a bit with sandpaper. It should come right off. Yeah, just give it a little bit of sandpaper. It'll probably all come off. Then you just give it a quick respray or hammerite it or something. Hammerite it black. There you go, hammerite black. You don't even need to, because the horn is hidden anyway, so you're not going to see it. Hammerite it, brush paint it black. That will cure the, just hammerite. You don't even need to treat the rust really. Take the big bits off, but you don't really need to treat it so far, and then just hammerite it back with a little brush if you want. It'll be fine. It's only a horn. Right. I need a glass of water and a cup of tea. And I think I need to get a battery for this. 43%. Oh, we're good. Okay, I'm going to put the spun up and be right back for tea. And then we can I'm going to carry on. But so far, have a look around. That's not tidy, but we had the boxes up to here. This is where the line was of boxes. I've got two there, or two empty ones there, and that's all stuff that go on eBay, and that stuff's junk over there. So, and that needs to go to the garage. Need to take that around to the garage a bit later. Probably should get rid of these. Probably should get rid of these. These are just taking up space. Agree. Sandpaper, hammerite, direct to rust, black. Yep. And you don't need to, and that's the cheapest option, I think, as well. A little black tub of hammerite you can get for like, I don't know, £3 maybe. Have I got an old can somewhere for you? Probably not. Probably not. Oh, there's another license plate in there. And my license plate's down there for my other bike. I need to put that back. You know what? There's a cobweb here. You can't see it on camera. Can you see it? Hey, you can see it on camera. Maybe just about. Just put my hand into a cobweb. A really fine cobweb. Let's use this. Nice. It's like cotton candy. This is. Is that empty? That's empty. You know what that means? Goes in the bin. Okay. Yeah, that needs to go back on my C RS. That plate's worth more than the bike. All right, catch you guys later. Oh, going for a coffee. Yeah, I can read it. Okay, I'm back. Let's wake my friend up. Right, I've got my tea anyway. Let's carry on doing these boxes. Okay, where am I up to? I don't know. Do not know. Okay, that goes on here. It's out of the way anyway, so this shelf needs to be tidied up. Let's see how much money we got. Let's do a money total. Let's do a money total. Let's say 70, 80, 90. Let's say there's £120 worth of stuff so far. 120 quid, let's just say. 120 quid stuff to eBay. So this shelf now with tools. Clear the top shelf down. That'd be the best way to go, wouldn't it? Clear the shelves down. Clear the shelves down and restock them, I think. Best way to go. Clear it all off. Start again. What's the battery on? 37. Okay, we've got another hour at least. That's fine. Half an hour anyway. Right, let's have a look, see what's on the shelf. Any old cans that need to go. Oh, that's good. What's that? I don't know what that is. Oh, that's a dust cap. Keep that. Scissors. Bent scissors. They're going in the bin then. Honda sticker. Bit damaged, so rid of that. Oh, we've got some fuses up here. What size fuses are these? £7-amp fuse. Text my friend, see if he's looking for them. Let's put them there, save them for later. Right, what else do we need to get? Okay, I've got some high temperature paint, some very high temperature paint, carb cleaner, primer. Oh, hello. Rubbish. Oops. Well, I found a rubbing sponge. That's good. Oh, and a little screwdriver bit. Yeah, there. Okay, so top shelf is clear. So we found one empty can on there. So metallic gold paint. So let's put paint in the corner because we don't really use paint so much. Paint these pots. Paint so much, so let's put this paint in the corner. We don't really use it so much. Paint towards the back, I think. This shelf is bowed from the weight. Bowed but not collapsed. Muck off. I won't buy another bottle of this muck off. Doesn't clean my bikes. My bikes are too filthy. Air intake carburetor cleaner. Okay, good stuff. Primer. This is what? Okay. Clear lacquer. This is pretty much toast, so we're going to bin that. High temperature paint, we'll need that. Still works, need that. Lighter fluid, need that. Still some left in there. About to run out though. High temperature paint. That carb cleaner. Oh no, it's easy release. Primer. That's the carb cleaner I'm using. And some. So that's, look at all that space we've just cleaned up. Ow, I cut my finger. Okay, what else we got? Next shelf. Oh, rust remover gel. Big important stuff that is. Right. Need to find a place for these. These are my goggles. Need to find a better place for these so they don't get mucky. It is for my painting though, so it should go on the top shelf really. Let's sort this out so it doesn't go on the top shelf, so it all fits. Okay, put that up here. Yes, there we go. Lovely. Right. Oh! I hate when that happens. Spanners have come out and gone everywhere. Get this down. Oh! Well, I didn't order one yet. I just found something from my VFR. What is it? Is it USB? No, it's not. It's a 12-volt plug. I found a spare 12-volt plug. And wires. And it's a fused one as well. Sweet. That's going to be installed in my VFR somewhere now. How am I going to install this? That's a good question. It's got the hole so you can drill it in the plastic if you really want. Where can I stick it on the VFR? Run these wires aren't really long enough, are they? It would be good on a cub. This would be very good on a cub, this would be. Not a cub would be good. Oops. So just joining the stream now. I'm sorting out a load of bits. And we found 2 carburetors. Good ones. Not Chinese ones. Proper Japanese ones. Down to these boxes. The box level was up here. We've emptied several boxes of rubbish over there. And this is the box of stuff to sell. Got some stuff at the back, which one of my subscribers has claimed dibs on. So he's going to measure up and then make me an offer I can't refuse. And he can have a nice centre stand and a nice Mikuni carb, which is very nice. He's going to check to see if it's going to fit though. Oh, still watching in the background as you pack. Which Trangier have you got? Trangier burner. Oh, you're camping, are you? Is it a camping? Is it a camping? You're doing a camping trip? Need to fix this shelf up. Oh look, I found another glove. Oh, you know what? I found a Honda Cub bash plate for a Honda Cub, which I never bothered fitting. It's going to require too much effort. I haven't used it in a year. It's been cut up. I'm going to bin it. No point in that anymore. I dropped this can got damaged in a move, so that's what's in the bag, but it's copper grease in there. Oh, another plastic bag. Another 20p. How much is a coffee? Let's say it's £2.50 a cup of coffee to £3, depending on where you are. Say £3.50 for your high-end lattes, £2.50 for a pack. So yeah, you're saving yourself a lot of money every time. Every time you do that. So yeah, it's a good way of saving money. Plus, at the end of the day, more money for beer. That's what I do anyway, and on my own. When I'm travelling on my own, I usually push it to about like over a day sometimes. Travelling a lot if I'm trying to travel on a budget. So that means you do your own food. Oh man, I've lost some spanners, haven't I? Oh dear. 11, 9, 10, oh maybe not, and 12. Okay, so I'm missing 2 spanners. That's why we do these tidy ups. Missing 2 spanners. Missing 2 spanners. Right, let's put this to one side. Put this in here for now. We're finding 2 spanners that I'm missing. Right, this box needs to be sorted out. This box is going to jump. Oh, this is my electric box. Soldering iron. There's nails in here as well. This is a very random box. That work? Hello. Hello. Yes, this sort of works, doesn't it? What's that noise? Okay, I've got soldering iron in here. No, that's rubbish. It can go in the bin. That's rubbish. That can go in the bin. Bin. Good shot. Oh, now you said it, haven't you? That's okay. Fine. Our deal is still on, by the way. What deal was that? I don't recall any deal. You paying what? £300 for a carburetor? Is that the deal? I can't remember the deal. We didn't no handshake was done. I don't recall any handshake. Got a bit of fuel pipe here, so I'm going to slide that into my spare C90 one because that is a C90 diameter. That was meant to go in the bin, not on the floor. Aha! This old stuff. For now. Metal zip ties. Oh yes, good stuff these are. I have a disc lock here. Not sure what I'm going to do with that. Most of my bikes don't have discs. Okay. There for now. Got a nut. I can go in the nut box. Oh, call this. Okay, measure tape can stay out. Should stay out anyway. Something that's very rare, a rubber glove. Couldn't get any of them for ages. 10 days, no injuries. Does that mean 10 days streaming? Because I could just sit inside all day, couldn't I, and just not stream. Just don't do any streams. And then you wouldn't see any injuries that I do. Okay, so this shelf is now clean. This box is full of random rubbish that I need to sort out. Yeah, there's a guitar pick in here. That's how random stuff is in here. That's rubbish. That's definitely rubbish. That's rubbish. That's rubbish. That's rubbish. Keep that. Rubbish. 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 I have a lock, padlock. A working padlock as well, but only one key. One very stuck key. Right, so far we're up to 120 quid's worth of stuff. So let's put this back in here. Nails, screws. Gasket sealant. Right. I'm going to put that in that box down there because I don't think it should be going in here. Oh. Yep, so much room for activities now. Let's plug this in because this thing's going to run out of juice soon. So, where's my charge cable? Get my charge cable in a sec. Right, got my charge cable. Hopefully I can find stuff. I'm looking for a set of pliers. I don't know where they are. A very small, thin set of pliers, and they're very handy to have, and I'd like to put them in my VFR toolkit that I'm building. That's the thing I'm really looking for. Goodness, I just found a little tiny bottle of Shift It. Use it to polish my helmet. Because the other day when I went for a ride, I actually got a load of bug splats. I haven't had bug splats in ages. I've usually ridden a bike that's too slow to get bug splats. Or the BMW's got a screen, so it kind of protects your helmet from the bug splats. Not all of them, but most of them. Where's my tea gone? There it is. Okay, so that shelf's clear. So let's go down to the next level. Okay, what we got in here? We got some C90 parts. You know what? Okay, this is brake caliper bolts for the C. What's that called? The C. Can't think of it now. I've got engine mount bolts, so we'll keep them. I think this will go on eBay though. I've got something here. I'll go on eBay. These are Honda emblems that I probably won't use, so that's going to go on eBay. I've had them for years. They're going on eBay. Put that back inside. You know, technically these are Honda parts. Okay, you know what? That needs to go back to the garage then. Little chain linkage can probably just be skipped. Just going to skip that. C90 bits. I'll hold on to. I'll have to make a little tab up. We'll put all the C90 bolts in here as well, I think. And then that can all go in the thing. So rust bolts, that's a different thing. These are C90 parts, so they can go in here. Yep, that can all go in there. Odds and ends, C90 odds and ends. Now these are computer screws, so they can just go in here. Loose. I don't bother with this packaging anymore. I haven't built a computer in years. I haven't repaired, well, I've repaired the odd computer, but most people don't have computers nowadays. Now they just have laptops, so I get laptops to repair every now and then. I'm honest with them, I tell them it's not worth repairing, it's too expensive. Oh, there's a chain adjuster bolt here. Okay, so chain adjuster setup can go in there. That looks like a C90 part. Aha! I found one of these. Might be able to give that to a friend actually. They were looking for something like that. Can I use it? Don't think so. Maybe I'll keep it for now. Muck off spray. Muck off spray, yeah, muck off spray is alright. I've never tried that stuff. I mean, I just use best not to use too much chemicals on your bike. I don't know how that stuff is. Shift it actually. I use shift it on my visor. It's cheap stuff. Ooh, I was looking for one of these. So that's junk. So I'm getting rid of that. Okay, so useful stuff. I'm going to hold on to these over here. That pile's getting very big over there, isn't it? No, it's a washer. Okay, I think that's everything. Oh, there's a nice hose clamp here, so let's put that down there. I think that's everything. And that box. These are all C90 parts. These are all C90 parts. This one needs to go in the bottom box. It's not actually closing up anymore. There we go. Nope, not quite. What we got? Switch gear. That's Honda. That's Honda. That's Honda. That's Honda. Well, actually, know what the switch? We can switch this around actually. So that will go in there. Spare C90 parts. Is there a bit on here? Yes. There we go. Spare C90 parts. That needs to go in the bottom box. Ah, hose clamps. Hose clamps. We need to keep all the hose clamps together actually. This is a very important box. Hose clamps. Oh yes. Little hose clamps. We need these. I've got to change the fuel filter on my VFR actually. That's my next job. For the VFR. I want to run a couple of tanks through it. So any old rubbish in the bottom of the tank will go into the old filter. And if the old filter gets blocked, it's not an issue. And then then I can just replace the filter. So I'll give it a couple of tanks runs and then I'll change that filter because it's a bit dark. These holding up wires and stuff, I recommend Velcro zip ties because you can open them up and add. This is what I use to cable tie stuff inside, but I also cable tie the stuff on the bike with these. Okay, so we've got them two boxes that need to go into the C90 thing. This box needs to go into the C90 box. That is all the spares. Big nuts and washers, I'll keep that up top. Small nuts and washers. Washers. Nails. RAC badge. Heavy weighted. I think we'll keep that. Put it in the C90 box at the bottom. Right, in here is throttle cable kit. So it's how I make my cables for my bikes. I've got to keep this, but it's one of them boxes you don't really need that much, so you can put it at the back somewhere. That's empty packets, it's rubbish. Spare light bulbs for 12 volts. 12 volt light bulbs. We'll keep up, we'll put it in the box. Okay, electric bits, put that there. Nuts and bolts and mounting bits. What have we got in here? That's a good mounting kit actually. We'll keep that. Oh, a better toothbrush, so we'll keep that. Oh, that's nice. That's a C90 part. That's a cleaning toothbrush. Put that over there. Not in my tea. Big box of screws. Wood screws, which you don't really need in a motorbike workshop. Put these on the floor back, I don't really use them a lot. Ah! Now this is some C90 spare parts if I ever saw them. More hose clamps. And a C90 rebuild kit. Carburetor rebuild kit. So we need to keep that in that box. All this can go here as well. And this can go in here. Okay, so we've done another shelf almost. So a random bolt box is okay. That'll do. Put this up on the shelf. Right, sandpaper. That can go here. That's fine. Give this shelf a quick wipe down. Whew, we're getting there. Where's my battery? Come on, show me the battery. 23%. Again with this. I don't know why it's not charging. It's charging, but, well, it's powered, but it's not charging. Very bizarre. It's plugged in. The phone's plugged in. It doesn't seem to be... I can't even turn this now. What's happened there? It's plugged in, but it's not charging. Right. Let's go down to this lower shelf here. Get all this rubbish off. Right, well, we don't need this one so much. This is my jigsaw. Now that's rubbish. Mine's getting new kit. That kit's a bit damaged. They're cheap. I keep buying cheap. I keep buying them every now and then. I keep breaking them. Right. So Dremel. This is easy enough. Dremel can go at the bottom. That can go in the corner. I think I'm using so much. Don't really use that so much either. Right, my tin, of odds and sods. What we got in here? I need. That's enough. Oh, on the CRF parts, so that's going to go to the garage. I'm going to CRF box in the garage. Oh, there it is. This will go in my toolbox. That's what you need to get, a hook puller for springs. One of them tools that you... There's no other way of doing it, really. Them bolts are going to go on eBay. Them CRF bolts that I found, they're going to go on eBay. I don't use them, but other people will want them. These are C90 screws, so they can go on there. These are just random bolts and stuff. Oh! Interesting. Hang on, there might have some spare bolts for my. Oh, that needs to go in this other box, doesn't it? Let's go that other box. Because I broke my VF. Oh no. How did I about that? Oh, U-bolts. End of it. See, I broke my BMW. Didn't break it, but I damaged my headlight bracket. So I've found a couple of rubber bits for it. So maybe there's some other bits for it in there as well. Ooh, some nice nylonic nuts. Oh, that's rubbish. We're never going to use it. Reconnecting. We connected again? We reconnected? Just works. Yes, it does just work. Right. That's handy. Keep that. Another phone tripod mount. So for some reason this phone, even though it's plugged in, it's not charging. I'll keep streaming until the thing conks out. I've almost done this shelf. So we found a load of rubbish anyway. We can go in the bin. Before I start a project, I want to clear out all this rubbish. Oh, hello. A stopcock. I can go in there. Nice big Jubilee clip. C90 sprockets. Yeah, lots of random little bits. So there's just random bolts and stuff in there. That can go on the random bolt shelf, I think. That's empty. Don't need that anymore. This shelf might be getting too heavy now. I think it's alright. What have I dropping on? Got a bit of metal. Rubbish. Okay. So. Oh. Okay, so I need to find 2 spanners for this thing. Still. What's this? Oh, my pliers. Oh, these are some of the nice pliers I have. Oh, gee, that scared me there. Scared me. Put them over there, I think. I do have a Twitch, but I use it for video games and stuff, and you know that's in a blue moon. But now if I stream on Discord because of you know we play games that are either banned on Twitch or they get a bit too out there for Twitch, which would end up me getting banned on Twitch. So yeah, I don't tend to stream there anymore. That's rubbish. Ow, what's that? It's sharp. Something sharp in there. Oh my goodness. Right, okay, so we need to put that in here. Just found a bag of split pins. I wonder where that was. Good old bag of. You need to get yourself a bag of split pins, by the way. When you're working on a cub. Don't need that anymore. That was a bad shot. Do you own a hot tub? No, I do not own a hot tub. I'm not doing any hot tub streams. Getting muggy in this shed today, though. Does that count? Whew. Right, where am I up to? Okay, that's rubbish. Oh, it's not rubbish actually. That is to go in here. Well, that jiffy bag can go in the eBay box because you can use it to sell stuff on eBay. I'm going to throw this. If you buy an exhaust, they send you this sometimes, which is nice of them. But let's just face it, you want to get the proper one. I've got the proper one somewhere. I don't know where I put it now. Put it on the desk here somewhere. The proper hook puller is what you want to get. Silverlight do it. Silverline, they do a nice one. I think it cost me £7. But that thing, even though I bought it just for one job, I've come back to use it time and time again. So it's so handy to have the proper one. I'm still playing the same game that I bought during the first lockdown, I think it was. SnowRunner, and then I bought the season pass for SnowRunner when the season pass was on sale. So yeah, I've got a lot of hours in SnowRunner. It's one of them games that I'd say once every evening, you know, at the end of the day when it's like 11 o'clock or whatever, I'll just play like 45 minutes or an hour of it and then shut it off. And I've done that like pretty much since. Well, but when the first lockdown happened, in between building bikes and editing, I just played that game a lot. Right, that's rubbish. Rubbish. What's in here? Oh wow, fuel filter. Fuel filter, P-clips, and some nuts. Oh, pre-Loctite as well, so I don't know where that's from. Oh yeah, and Deep Rock. Oh yeah, Deep Rock. I forgot about that. Yeah, Deep Rock. I played that with recently. Yeah, me and my friends have been playing Deep Rock. Just a bit of multiplayer with some friends. Deep Rock Galactic, rock and stone to the bone. We enjoy it anyway. Sparkplug Instant X. So what we've got here, this is a lever for a BMW. So that's going to go back to the garage. I can go with the BMW. Try that in the toolkit actually. Oh, is that a piston ring kit? Yep, piston ring set for the C90. Know my spare box. Didn't know I had that. Whew, it's getting really muggy in here now. It's getting really muggy in here. Must continue. Must continue. Wait, did the stream end? It's on 8 minutes. So the stream ended and then this is the new one. So that means that other stream might have accidentally gone public. I'm gonna have to go check that actually. Studio. Videos. Live. No, it didn't publish. Okay, that's weird. If it does publish, someone let me know, saying your video from the stream, because they publish automatically to public, and I just want to unlist them all. I don't know. Same stream. Oh, okay. Oh, it is the same stream. Okay. Because of my time, it only says 9 minutes on here for some reason. Like I've only been streaming for 9 minutes. But the battery is saying now 20%, so it's slowly going down. It's not charging no more. Has this phone finally had it? This £40 phone that I got off eBay, second hand. Drill bits can go with the drill, perhaps. You know what, these drill bits are so old, I'm just going to bin them. No, I better keep... Oh, they're a bit knackered, aren't they, on the ends? I'll keep them, because I'll probably end up snapping something. Patch kit, might be worth it, right? Preparing a seat cup. Ah, that can go to the garage. It's a garage part. Spare bolts. Oh, this box is almost empty. Okay, right. The drill. Let's just sort the drill box out. Oh. Oops. Oh no. Yeah, I am using, this is the drone phone actually. Yeah, you're right. This is the same phone that I use for my drone. Okay, so there's a ball plug left over. Okay, put it in here. Let's just throw that, it's rubbish. Right. The drill's not in here, the drill's somewhere else, but still. Put this on the shelf here. This shelf here. This toolbox needs to be sorted out, I guess. There. These snips have had it, haven't they? They're bent, they're out of shape. And Maplin, when Maplin was a thing, they can go in the bin, they wouldn't cut through butter. Lid covered with dead spiders, that's in the bin. Wiring diagrams. We're done with these. This is what's up here as well, the wiring diagrams when I was working on things. We will give that a miss for now. Oh, we'll get in there anyway. We'll get in there. Put the seat back over here. C90 seat. That needs to go on one day. We will revisit a cub on stream. and do some upgrades to it and do some changes. Just not happy with it, you know. You're never happy with a project bike. Project bikes are never really done. 2 sets of gloves. Anyone have hints, essential things? What jacket do you have? First aid kit. Always take a first aid kit. Always take a first aid kit. And you're thinking, why would you take a first aid kit? Well, if you cut yourself, even a simple cut, like a paper cut or shaving cut, having to go out your way to get plaster on it is annoying. So yeah, first aid kit, because it's not just for your on-bike accidents, it's for your off-bike accidents, like cutting yourself, anything like that. It's just so nice to be able to just tape it, you know, clean it out, tape it up, that's it, job done. So first aid kit, you can get nice little one. You can get them anywhere basically. Or grab some plasters from home and build, or just go put one together. All you need really is some plasters. I mean, if you go stop at McDonald's, KFC give you sanitary napkins, don't they? I mean, you don't need. The point is, of cleaning a wound is it doesn't need to be Dettol. Any water will do to clean the wound. If you know, depends how badly you've done it. If you've done it really badly, you're going to go to hospital. But the thing is, you could patch it up and then clean it later, as long as you clean it later before like something sets in or anything sets in. Yeah, clean the wound out. Plasters, just some plasters. I have a bad stomach, so I usually take Imodium with me. Painkillers, Imodium, tweezers. I always take tweezers in my first aid kit, and plasters. And there's some other stuff in there, antiseptic wipes and stuff like that. My first aid kit for when I'm traveling is bigger, and then I've got a smaller one. It depends on what I'm doing. BMW has a bigger first aid kit because we're doing more rough stuff. I've even got a compression bandage in my BMW first aid kit, because if you do your arm in or something, just putting that compression bandage on it, if you fracture something as well, putting a compression bandage around it means that you can carry on. Because a fracture, you can't really do anything. And if you were to go to hospital, so if you've got full range of motion, nothing's odd angles, it could be a fracture. A compression bandage, just a tube bandage, will alleviate the pain and you'll be able to carry on. And if you went to a hospital or a doctor, that's all they would do anyway. Oh, they would put it in a sling as well, so you couldn't ride. So you can ride, and then you have to take it easy. But yeah, my first aid kit has a sling as well. Bandages, I don't really take bandages. You can take them out because they're quite bulky. Them old school bandages are quite bulky. I'll take them out because there's t-shirts, you've got spare clothes on you. If it's that bad of emergency, you know, let's face it, we're motorbikers. You're going to tear your t-shirt up to make a bandage. Doesn't matter, you know, what, well, you know, you can pick. Scissors are very handy to have in a first aid kit. Not all first aid kits come with scissors. Scissors I keep in the toolbox though, because cutting zip ties, stuff like that. Vodka is in an essential list. No, shot glasses on the essential list, because vodka you can buy anywhere, but take your shot glasses. But that's only when I'm traveling with the right set of people. If I'm traveling with the wrong set of people, I won't be on the vodka shots, because I know that they won't drink it. And once you open the bottle of vodka, you have to finish the bottle of vodka. If you don't finish it, it's like bad luck. As the saying goes anyway. The more you leave, the more bad luck you have. So once you open that bottle, you have to drink the whole one. If it's a big bottle, you have to mark a line somewhere around the halfway mark, and then you have to drink down to that line. But if you pour the bottle and it goes like a millimetre under that predetermined line, the rest of the bottle has to be drunk. That's the rules for vodka drinking. Because you're going in the summer, take a 1.5 litre bottle, or a 1 litre or 1.5 litre bottle of water with you, and put that somewhere in your roll bag or something. 1.5 litres, not 500, 1.5 or 2, or between 1 and 1.5 litres of water you want to take with you. Just put it somewhere in your bike, because I always force people. I always, whenever I'm traveling, I say, have you got water with you? No. Go get some water, because that enables you to stop anywhere and have a drink, rather than looking for a petrol station. You can stop anywhere and have a quick drink, and if it's hot, doesn't matter, but you always want water, especially if you break down or something. If you don't have any food on you, as long as you've got water, you can, you'd be fine. But you can be breaking down without water. That sucks. That's uncomfortable. That's when your headaches start kicking in because your brain's dehydrated. That sort of stuff. So yeah, it's difficult to recommend what to bring because you can't fit it all on your bike. If you're doing a lot of miles, a small tub of chain lube doesn't go amiss. A small bottle of chain lube you can get. It doesn't matter if you don't have one when you leave home. If you don't have one now, it's fine. If you don't have a little bottle with you, it's fine. Don't sweat it, because Halfords, there's a lot of Halfords about, and they sell chain lube. Oh, good. Yeah, of course, puncture plugs. Depends what bike you want. I don't know if you've seen Hippodrome's video, but we were camping and I got a rear flat in a tubed tyre, so that was a bit of a pain. Yeah, puncture plug. Make sure you've got all your numbers on your phone. Like, people don't often, and annoyingly, names won't be mentioned, but it's happened more than once. I've been away with people, different people. This isn't the same person. And they've broken down, or something's gone wrong with their bike. They didn't have a plug kit on them, for instance, and I have a tube. I don't carry a plug kit, and it was fast enough that we couldn't really ride it. So we limped it to where we needed to go. I was like, we're gonna have to call Breakdown to get them out just to plug it. So Breakdown took 15 minutes to show up. 15 minutes, that's amazing. It took us about 45 minutes to get the right number to call the breakdown cover, because he didn't have the number stored in his phone. He didn't have the number stored in his phone, but also possibly have it written down somewhere, maybe, because phones break. But yeah, he didn't have the number written down on his phone. So because of that, it took him ages. Took us ages to find the number. He ended up ringing home. Well, one person rang home to and hope someone was in to check the number on his insurance documents, because he didn't have it stored in his phone. Do you have an intercom? Do you have a headset or anything? I mean, with the intercom, I have got an intercom. I listen to music. Sometimes I zone out, and if I zone out, I do miss turnings, even with the sat nav right there. So it's just nice to have the audio cue sometimes for the sat nav. But it's not really a big issue. As long as if you miss a turning, as long as you ride safe, it's fine. Maybe adds an extra, whatever. But if you're on your own, it's not really too much of an issue. But it can be if it's the end of the day, you're tired, you just want to get somewhere. You end up rushing. You could attempt to dodge a U-turn or something. What else do I always take with me when I go? Oh yeah, I never tried that Beeline. Because you have to have it linked to your phone, I don't like it. If it was a standalone unit, that'd be cool. what I'd like it to do is do GPS and speed on its own. But then I looked up, if I wanted that, I could actually get a cycle, bicycles that you can get a bicycle one, and because I'd like to attach that to my Cubs, because then I could just move it across the Cubs, and I could remove the speedo, because the cable on one of my bikes is rubbing, so I want to remove the speedometer completely, and then put on a bicycle one. I think they last about 20 hours on a single charge, so that's fine. And then they can give you your speed and miles done and stuff as well, and it's satellite done as well. So I'd like to get one of them. And they're about, I think, 30 quid or 40 quid for a decent one. But I think that might be on the cards for a purchase for the Cub, for my adventure Cub, when I come to redo that a bit. It needs to be looked after, a bit of TLC needs to be put onto it again. Trying to think what else I always take with me on a big trip. Power bank. I know you can charge your phone off the bike, but I don't always recommend relying on that. The phone depending on the phone the phone gets very hot. Make sure you've got a decent phone mount. It depends, you know, the iPhones have been breaking recently, haven't they? With their vibration killing thing. Now, I'm not going to bother with the Beeline. I mean, with the Google Maps and stuff, you can see more information. So if you're riding along and on the maps, if you've got Google Maps on your phone or whatever, or the other app I use, it will show you like petrol stations on the map and stuff like that, because it pops up on the map. It's really handy how that happens. And then you can see that, okay, well, I'm going to carry on down this road. There's no petrol station, but if I turn off to the right here, because you can see it on the map, it's not going to calculate for you, but you can just see, oh, there's a petrol station somewhere to the right, so we're going to go down this road. And petrol stations are generally on a main road, so you're going to go down another main road. Petrol stations are always on a main road, basically, so it's easy enough to navigate to. So you can just see it, oh, on the next roundabout, if we go left, we'll find it, sort of thing. So when you're riding your motorbike, go for an hour, stop, get off, walk around the bike 2 times, get back on and go. Even offline map shows a lot of petrol station, yeah. Are motorbikes free parking in Keswick? I've got this rubbish in here. Rubbish. Oh, black mark pen. C90 parts. C90 parts. C90 fuses. So these out. Smart plugs. What bike they're for. We'll work out in a second. That's an old bit of something. Keep rubbish. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it. Rubbish. Oops. Fuse. Keep that. There's a clip. So look up what part that is, but I think I know what part that is. What's this? Oh, that's a C90 part. That's a C90 part. And there. And there. Actually, you know what? I can tell you what I take with me on my camping list. I can actually tell you what I take with me on my camping. I'll read it off, because I usually I usually make a list of what goes in what box. So my jacket, Dan Easy jacket, has like a fleece sort of thing, like a, what's it called? Thermal liner. That's it, thermal liner, and it can be used as just a plain jacket on its own, on its separate. So I'll go to my Google Docs, because I keep my list on Google Docs, so I can have a look at it. What's this one? Is this the camping trip list? So what I do is I can load up my camping trip list and then just like have a think, and then really badly I've even taken pictures of like roughly what it is, so it reminds me what should be in that bag. So at a quick glance I can think, okay, that's what should be in there, sort of thing. So I've even got pictures. Maybe that's a bit too I don't know what that is. I like making lists, so I like to see everything. Bridge down past. Okay. Tent, flat pillow. Yep. Okay. Thermal jacket, spare gloves. Yeah. I have my summer gloves and winter gloves, or my non-waterproof gloves and my waterproof gloves. Take a plastic bag with you for dirty laundry. There you go. That's a tip. Even just if it's just like a bin bag, because then you put all your dirty laundry in one bag, tie it up or wrap it up or whatever, so it keeps your dirties, to one side. That's a good tip. Small roll of Gorilla Tape I usually take with me. Microfiber towel for traveling. If you don't have a microfiber towel is really good, better than a normal towel. I know you're going to be staying in hotels and stuff, but even if I was staying in hotels, I'd still take my microfiber towel with me. If it's like raining really heavily, and even like taking your gloves on and off wherever, you can still get wet hands, and just being able to dry off your hands by the side of the road is very handy. So I usually keep the microfiber towel like in my top box somewhere, or really quick access location, so I can just pull it out. A puck. For your, I've got a puck for your. It depends what bike you have. But my BMW and my CRF don't need it. Most of the Cubs don't need it either, because they're light enough. But my VFR, that needs to go in my VFR, because in case I go to a car park where it's gravel, I need to be able to get to that. Especially if I was camping, so a puck. Definitely a puck. Yeah, that's not the only thing I can really recommend. Like absolutely 100%, 1,000, really recommend you take them things. I wouldn't worry too much about filming it, possibly. Depends how you film stuff. Filming stuff and recording stuff can ruin your trip if you're worried about filming it. For me, okay, it sucks if footage goes wrong, but it's not like this trip never happened. The trip still happened. I didn't get it on film, or I didn't get that bit on film. It still happened. As long as if you're putting the video together, you want to explain it, you can explain it that way. I'm trying to think. The way I video is just the camera comes with me, and I don't want the camera to get in the way of my time, so I don't stop. I don't spend ages setting my camera up or something. It's literally on, record, and then off record. It's not really. I don't spend a lot of time faffing with cameras. My memory card change, battery change is done very quick. I'm only have the one camera usually, or the GoPro and my pocket camera. That's it. If you're traveling with someone called Hippo Drones, he can take a very long time to set up his cameras, which is fine because I know this and I account for that, and I have to allot it into the time periods of the day. Because he's got his what's it called? The Insta. Got the Insta 360. He's got all of that stuff. Oh, hello. Spark plug socket in here. Oh, well, that's rubbish. We don't need that. That's a good throw, wasn't it? Rubber. Go in there. I can go in there. Brilliant tips. Puck always. No blog on my channel. I have pictures, nice shots. Do have a GoPro mounted on the bike, but just for security. Okay. Can't remember good places in Scotland. Oh, hello. Oh, this is broken. Well, broken tool. In the bin it goes. That's a card part or whatever. Oh, another Allen key. That's a bit of scrap metal. That's a bigger bit of scrap metal. Rubbish. That's rubbish as well. Oh yeah, that's from when I got my RS. I wonder what that was. That's rubbish. That's rubbish. That's a big spark plug socket. 23 spark plug socket. Don't know what bike that's from. No idea. I'm actually not going to go away during the school holidays. While the kids are off, decided not to. I mean, a lot of people are uninstalling the app, aren't they? The pinging app, because let's face it, you get pinged. That's your end of your holiday. It sucks. So no one's going to have that installed. Depends where you go. Some people like to check you in, don't they? They like to be checked in. So yeah, difficult really. That's why I don't want to travel, because I don't want to get pinged. I don't want to travel at the moment. And the kids are all back at school. Probably we'll be in a lockdown by then, won't we? And then hopefully this will be clear in time. If there's a lockdown, then I'm starting my next project. Kind of waiting for that. But the second we go into lockdown, I'm going to take my bikes off the road, get my tax refund, road tax refund. Because there's no point in having the bikes on the road, so de-tax them, get the money back from the tax. Oh, it's getting really hot now, actually. The sun's coming out. I think I should go for a ride if the sun's coming out. It is muggy though. It's very muggy. Very muggy. Oh, it's getting really warm in here actually. I'm gonna have to call it here, I think, because the temperature's starting to really get up. It's getting really uppity. I have to come back another day. Well, I've done quite a lot anyway. It's a good morning spent anyway. How many hours is this? Oh, the phone's going to run out of juice anyway, so how tall am I? I'm very tall. Very tall. I'm 5'5". Very tall. Very tall, as you can see. 5'5". Oh, I found a GoPro screw. Okay, I think okay, it's getting quite warm in here. This phone's going to die soon, so I'm going to probably go in a bit. Come back to this mess later. Let's just quickly show you around before the phone dies. Who did? Oh. Right, well, the phone's on very low battery now, so it's not coming back. So yes, we had all of this. All of this needs to be finished. That can go back on the shelves. The shelves are looking much better now anyway. I found all these and some sparks. It's pretty good. Pretty good. All this can go on eBay at a later date. Sort all that out. That needs to go back to the garage. And I still didn't sort out this desk. But I did find this and this nice carburettor, which I can sell if someone, or unless someone wants to buy it, or whatever. I'll sort them out at a good price. Have a good one, dude. Mess you later. Yep, no problem. Yeah, I'm going to end it now because this phone is now on 11%. So I'm just going to finish doing this and then I'm going to go. Well, actually, I'm going to go now. So yeah, or I could just keep streaming until the phone dies. No, let's not do that. Anyway, that's it. I guess thanks for watching, guys. And I think we've got about 120 quid stuff that we can sell on eBay. Well, that pile there, it's about 120 quid's worth of stuff, I reckon. I don't know. I mean, most of that carburetor is quite expensive. So, anyway, see ya. This is the Horde. Bye, guys.